Sami Zayn failed to capture the world championship, and it's over. It's done. Finito. He'll never be a world champion in this company. Let's talk about it. Plus, CM Punk and Drew McIntyre feud of the year? I don't know. Is it? Or is it Swerve and Hangman? I don't know. We'll get to the bottom of it on today's episode of Wrestling with Ya Boy. Now, y'all know me, still same OG. It's your boy, Quizon, the Design. And if you don't say the Don,
you ain't saying it right.
There we go. What up, dog? What's happening? Y'all know who I'm with. My BFF, coolest man in the world, Jay Cooley.
The coolest. Where the hood at?
Hey,
you said dog, and I thought of DMX.
Get at me, dog.
R.I.P.
Rest
DMX,
in peace
man.
to DMX, man.
Yeah.
I still can't believe when he passed away, his net worth was like negative 7,000. I'll never forget that.
That's
because how do you have
crazy.
A negative net worth? I didn't know that was possible.
That's wild.
He owed all his money?
That's crazy, bro.
That's a wild way to put that.
Right. Like, he owed everything, all of it. That's crazy.
Dang, man. That's wild.
Cooley, it's been an eventful weekend for us, man. We at 100K. I think we officially hit that 100K on that TikTok video. Yo, we going up, but I gotta admit, dog, it's getting harder and harder to maneuver this podcast thing, and I say that because we got a lot of new followers. Alex Kane, Boomaye, MLW wrestler. He followed us. He's commenting on our videos. Script followed us. Scripts is commenting on our videos. Wesley followed us. But I woke up this morning and something told me to go ahead and check the Wrestling with the Homies Instagram. So I check. Mr. Don't You Worry himself, Ricochet, King Ricochet. Yeah. He's liking our videos. But I say it's getting harder to maneuver this podcast stuff because as we make it up higher and higher in this wrestling space, I got to start watching my words. I got to watch what I say about some of these people.
I don't. I'm going to say whatever I want. No, I'm just kidding. Shout out to all the wrestlers out there. It's all fun and games at the end of the day, man. We don't mean no harm. None of that.
But do they know that?
They're going to know now once we say it. Like, it's all fun and games, y'all, man. Watch the pod and you'll see.
Because, like, I don't want to be that person that comes on here and tries to censor myself to play the relationship game. Like, I never want to be that. I hate when I hear that on other podcasts. Like, I hate to admit it, but I listen to Joe Budden podcasts a lot. And when Joe Budden is discussing certain people, he'll tiptoe around certain issues because that's a friend of his. And I never wanted to be that, but now I'm starting to understand it because it's like you can't really come on here and just scream at the top of your lungs about your peers, people that you might run into. Because we be at Wale Mania in all these places. We might start running into some of these people and they gonna check us.
Who gonna check me, man?
Beige Rage, Ricochet gonna slap your ass.
He gonna do a 630 on me, man. I'm cool. You saw that 630 he did in Japan? I said, oh.
Yes,
whoa.
beautiful.
Jeez.
But shout out to Ricochet. I hope that Ricochet understands that, it's all fun and games, and we do love him. We do want what's best for him, man. But shout out to him for liking our videos, man. That was dope. That was dope. When I saw King Ricochet, and it's not his first time, but still, just seeing him liking our videos, it's a cool experience, man.
It's fire.
But don't come for us because we've already learned the hard way that things you say on this podcast might have an effect because we're still trying to get unblocked by CM Punk.
It's clobbering time. Come on, Punk. Unblock the pod, bro.
Please. And it hurts me because you know CM Punk and Bryan Danielson are like my number 1 and 2. They are my 2 favorite wrestlers of all time. I probably wouldn't even be watching wrestling anymore if it weren't for these 2. So the fact that I am blocked by CM Punk and probably never going to get unblocked,
he's sensitive,
it hurts
man.
my heart.
He's a sensitive guy, bro. Like, he's a sensitive guy, and I appreciate that.
It wasn't even that bad.
I think he still got me unblocked on my regular page, though.
All I did was call him a cancer and say that he should never be hired anywhere else again. That ain't that bad.
That means you don't want that man to have no food on his plate. That's crazy.
Yeah. It was early in the podcast, okay, man. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just up here talking. I was just saying shit. Whoa, Cooley's not blocked. Cooley, you a Fed. Cooley is the Feds. It is official.
I was the Fed in this whole time. I was the one who snitched to CM Punk. Yes.
Damn, I knew it. I knew it, dog. I knew it, dog. Might as well just go on and shave that beard off and just keep the mustache. You the Fed now, not me. Not me.
Maybe in December.
But we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, what's up, dog? I hear you finally beat Last of Us. It's 2024,
Finally,
and this man finally beat The Last of Us. Crazy.
Yeah, I don't. First of all, I can't play that game at night because I be dreaming about zombies now. It's like weird.
Oh my god.
I can't do it, bro. But it was a great experience, man. I'm digging part 2.
Oh, you started it?
Yeah, I've been started it, but it's just the plot is like.
Nah, it gets
it's
better.
Cool.
I just
miss Joel, man. I miss Joel.
Oh, so you've already lost Joel. Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
bro.
okay.
It's like, dang, man. I'm with what's her name? Ellie and her girl.
Nah, yeah. Okay, you still got a ways to go. Once you get introduced to Abby, that's when everything picks up. It's a dope game. Part 2 is better than part 1 for sure.
Ooh, the mechanics is fire for sure.
Mechanics are great. Way better than the first one.
Yeah.
Look at us talking about video game. You know what I've been playing, Lisa? I've been playing this game called A Plague Tale. I needed to switch from Wukong because Wukong was too combat heavy. I got tired of smashing buttons. I needed something a little slower. So this game I've been playing called A Plague Tale, it's like a slower narrative game. It's kind of like The Last of Us, but without combat and zombies. You just sneaking around a lot and doing all these little environmental puzzles and everything. It's kind of dope. I really, 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 really want to get on Twitch, man. I really want to start live streaming these video games, this wrestling with the homies Twitch. I really want to. The thing is, I don't even know where to start. I've never live streamed a video game before, bro. So I don't even know what that looks like. I mean, I watched T-Pain play Wukong. I watched Soulja Boy play games before, but like I've never done it myself, so I don't even know what it would look like.
I mean, I guess you just, go on live, talk, and post your link on, all your pages, and hopefully people come in and just keep talking. And then it spreads.
I'm gonna be sitting there talking to one person, like, look, watch me do this.
Hey, man.
Hey, gotta start somewhere, though. Gotta start somewhere. But I really, really, really want to do it because I feel like I'm a funny guy, man. I'm kind of entertaining. Somebody will tune in and watch me fail at these games.
Who's funnier, y'all? Sami Zayn or Qwan? We gotta make a poll.
Sami Zayn, it's over. It is over. That man is never, ever going to be a world champion in this company.
I mean...
And it's okay. It's okay. Yeah. It's all right. It's
yeah.
fine. Everybody can't be world champions. We need some Iversons in the world or some Charles Barkleys or some Patrick Ewings. Everybody can't be a world champion. It's okay. It's okay.
They been dropped the ball, though, man. He like, after the Montreal Chamber, it was just like, okay... No title, yeah, it's a wrap. He's going to be a multi-IC champ at best. And It is what it is, man.
It is what it is. Like Drake said, it is what it is, yeah. It broke my heart when I found out he didn't write that. Because Mob Ties was fire. He was taking shots at Pusha T on Mob Ties whole time. He didn't even write the song.
Who wrote that, Quentin?
Nah, it was Vori.
What?
Yeah, Vori wrote that.
Ain't he from like Chicago or something?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
He's like a singer.
Drake, man. It's in the ugly for the boy.
That's random.
Random as hell, dog. But hey, it is what it is. But before we get further into the podcast, I got a question for y'all. Did you know that if you follow us right now, I would greatly appreciate it? No, but seriously, please do. Because we do this live every day, Monday through Friday. And sometimes it don't be shit going on in wrestling. Sometimes it don't be nothing going on in wrestling. And we still come live and talk that talk with y'all. But we need y'all help. Follow us. Ricochet did it. Scripps did it. Wesley did it. Alex Kane did it. You can do it too.
You can do it. I know y'all going to want to tap in tomorrow because
do it. Oh,
tonight is going to be Dynamite.
Cooley. Who's going to win that? NXT versus Dynamite is tonight.
Man.
What are you watching?
Listen, man. I said I was going to watch Wrestle Dream because, that in-ring is, undefeated. But you reminded me, Javon Evans and Randy Orton. I got to tap in for that, man. I just got to tap in.
Damn. I'm sorry, AEW, but I am watching NXT on a CW because it's on the CW. You know it's going to be a surprise.
Spencer might make an appearance.
Sam and Dean Winchester might pop out the audience and just start going crazy. I don't know.
James.
It's the CW. That used to be
man.
the WB. You know what I watched on WB? The WB? Jamie Foxx show. Was that even on WB? I don't even know.
What's that? Teenage
Girlfriends. I used to watch Girlfriends and half. It's the CW network.
We here, man. It's gonna be lit. I can't wait, man. I might switch back and forth though.
Man, I ain't switching shit. It's gonna be NXT, and then when NXT is over, I'll go back and revisit Dynamite because we gotta watch it. We have to watch it. We're doing a guest appearance on another podcast this week, and they want to talk some AEW, so clearly we gotta watch it.
Yeah,
but we ain't gotta watch it live.
Might watch it Wednesday Rising or something when I get some rest.
We are never beating. Yeah, we are never beating that they hate AEW allegations, and it's funny because we love AEW. We just be playing around, man. It's all fun. It's all fun and games, bro. We just be playing.
Man. What I look like hating a company that don't pay me? Like what?
Why would I hate a company that employs plenty of like wrestlers that we love? My favorite wrestler of all time, Bryan Danielson, is employed by AEW. Why would I hate them?
Bro, without them, I wouldn't. He'd be wrestling with a road dog braid. That should be hilarious.
A road dog braid? How you feel about white people in braids, man? You cool?
I don't know. Wasn't Milli Vanilli doing it? They cool.
Milli Vanilli. Wait, they weren't white. They were black.
They weren't?
They were
like they were white. I thought
they were like
was
Swedish
white.
Or something, but they were black guys.
I'll say this.
Girl,
that one touched the nerve with me. Listen, everybody is free to do whatever they want. I want to preface that. But yeah, I can't trust a white person with
the braids.
With cornrows? Like, come on, man. What are you doing? Like, what are you
I feel you.
Who are you? I don't know. Well, the real thought is I don't know if you know who you are. Like, what are we doing? Now, hey, wrestling, we're doing a thing, right? Yeah. You're entertained. That's fair. I'm saying regular life, you're at the grocery store.
With the individual joints?
And you just have cornrows. White guy. I can't. Like, what are we talking? I can't.
I don't mind it. As long as it's acknowledged that this is a black culture thing, then I don't. Because, like, when Kim Kardashian had braids and US Weekly was like, Kim Kardashian creates a brand new hairstyle. Like, come see it. That's the type of stuff I got a problem with. Because it's like, man, our beautiful black women been doing this their entire lives. Like, don't credit Kim K with the braids. What are we doing? But if a white guy just wanted to rock some cornrows, hey, do your thing. I'm gonna laugh at you. It's gonna look weird, but maybe you was watching Iris and just wanted to get the hairdo. I saw some white kid with the Jey Uso mullet. So
what?
He was wearing the Yeet shirt and he had the Jey Uso mullet. I'm like, hey, he just wants to be like his favorite,
right?
That's get away with mullets.
Yeah, he's fanning. That's fine, bro. Like, you're doing a thing. I'm saying. You woke up and was like, nah, this was up.
Oh, God. Okay. I feel it.
I think bro had a mullet on Terminator 2. John Connor's friend.
John, why do you remember his friends? He had friends on Terminator.
That's my favorite movie, bro. His friend that...
John Connor had friends on that movie?
He had a friend. He had one friend. Little white kid with the mullet. He had a mullet.
The mullet is so crazy, but I love the mullet. Hey, Dominic Mysterio. Anyway, can we get into some Monday Night Raw? We are going off on the craziest tangent.
Yeah, we're wild.
Shout out to Between Two Beards. That's the podcast that you all are going to be on Thursday.
Hopefully I can make it. Cooley might have to one-man it, but I'm trying to get out of this thing that I already got prior. I'm trying to make it because I want to talk to the two beards and see what they up to, man. They're going to be like, yo, these two guys are crazy.
Yeah, they're going to be great. What? Before we move on, Tim.
Wait, whoa.
Tim.
Man, if you don't get this Joe Dirt looking ass kid out here.
He was like, he went that way. You remember that? Come on, man.
Yo, for the people who are listening to audio, Cooley is showing me pictures of this little white hillbilly kid with the mullet, and he looks crazy. The hills have eyes. That's what that looks like.
I love Terminator 2.
Anyway, can we hashtag talk some Raw?
Let's get it.
Can we do that? Well, let's hashtag talk some Raw with Monday night commercials because there were a lot of commercials. Sexy Red opened the show, and I never want to hear Raw and Sexy Red in the same sentence again. That sounds like a lot of itching and a trip to Planned Parenthood just waiting to happen. CM Punk is up next, and somebody get that brother a Gatorade and some Icy Hot. He looking rough. Punk sent shots to all his haters, and I'm not even mad. Stand on business, Punk. To help fuel the I don't see color allegations, our boy Xavier Woods got squashed by the side quest king himself, Jay Uso, and Braun Breaker speared everybody. His face turn ended quicker than that U.S. port worker strike. I bought all that goddamn water for nothing. Pete Dunne and Sheamus beat the piss out of each other in a good old-fashioned Donnybrook match, and I just want to know, what the hell is a good old-fashioned Donnybrook? Either way, I don't care if it was Donnybrook, Garth Brooks, or Dylan Brooks. That match was nuts. And in our main event, Sammy the stand-up comedian finally took off that bum-ass flannel, laced up his boots, and had a certified thumper with Gunther. And he got his ass whooped. The show closed with Gunther and Cody Davion Rose staring into each other's eyes passionately to send us home early. And that was it. That was it. The first 2-hour Raw is in the books. You blinked too long and you missed it. 2 packs for Triple H. Two of them things. 2 big old packs for Hunter Hearst Helmsley. Yeah.
Goodish, man. Goodish. I'm gonna give him 3 packs though, man. I'm gonna give him 3 packs.
3? It was that bad to you?
It felt rushed. Like you said, it was a lot of commercials and ads, and I'm like, what am I watching, man? That first whole little segment, it was very quick. Like, Sexy came out, Punk came out, Seth came out, Jay came out. I'm like, yo, whoa, what you doing? We doing 3 picks like the Lakers, baby.
Right. They try to cram everything into 30 minutes.
Of course, there was a women's match on there, right? Like
it was the pure fusion collective versus the greatest hits.
Yeah.
It was like Natalia and like 5 other people. I don't know who they were, but
it was just, I don't know, man. I wasn't digging the main event at all. Like, I'm tired of seeing that match. But it's over with.
Whoa. Wait. Don't ever disrespect the homies. What?
Yeah.
The main event was fire. It was fire.
Cool. It was all right.
That was the match of the... All right, Cooley wildin', man. Cooley. I know
right.
It's over for Sami Zayn, but like, we're not going to pretend like that match was trash. Come on, man. What we doing?
Listen, man. I always keep it a beanstalk, man. I plant my seeds right. But Gunther, it don't connect with me, man. It reminds me of like I'm watching somebody from the 80s, man. And it is what it is. I tried to tell y'all.
Hey, I tried to tell y'all. When this podcast was brand new, we were in our infancy stages. We were barely fresh out the womb. It was me, you, and our good brother Sylvan, which I hope Sylvan is doing all good. I don't know. I haven't talked to him in a minute. Health-wise, I hope everything is fine with him. I'm checking on him today. But I tried to tell you, brothers, y'all were so high on Gunther, and I told y'all, Gunther is not a star. He's a great wrestler. When that bell rings, not too many people are going harder than Gunther. But anything outside of that, he ain't a star. He not moving the needle like that. Y'all called me crazy. Y'all laughed at me like hyenas. Was that the hyena laugh?
It was. I tried. Gunther will fit very well in the golden era and the new generation era. But I don't know, man.
He would fit on the Denver Nuggets. That's where he would fit.
The Denver Nuggets.
That's Nikola Jokic with a title belt. That's who.
Big facts. He reminded me of the Stuart Little kid. Shout out to Gunther, though, man.
What?
I don't know why I said that. But shout out to Gunther, man.
The Stuart Little kid.
Let's talk about this Donnybrook match for a second, man. First of all,
great. Fire.
It was fire.
Who the hell is Donnybrook, though?
Donnybrook is technically, I looked it up online. It's like a heated argument or something like that. It's like a name for having a heated argument.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. But there's a movie called Donnybrook.
Oh. Okay.
It's about bare knuckle fighting.
Okay, I just thought it was some shit WWE made. I'm like, Donnie Brooks, is this like it sound like a Division I coach. Like, Donnie Brooks, is he the coach of the Florida Gators? Like, who is that?
Yeah, man, okay, I had to look it up. I'm like, what is
it.
This? What is this? And I guess it's a movie. It's a movie out. I'm not gonna watch it, but
the match was great though. Sheamus and Pete Dunne went crazy. That white noise from the top of like the
barrels.
What were the barrels onto some tables? That was crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy. Fire spot. Yo, Sheamus, shout out to Sheamus. You know, his pops. It seems like they're getting louder and louder, man. They love him out there.
I say it all the time. You know what I'm gonna say. He is the wrestling equivalent of Sarah J. It don't always look good. It don't always look good, but it's always gonna be a banger. He always gonna put on the performance of a lifetime. Right, it might be ugly.
We have to retire this analogy, man.
Okay. That's my last time. That's my last time.
It's wild.
Because y'all know what I'm talking. Y'all know.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We men, we know.
I don't have any clue.
I just know about my Pokemon and my Barney.
Man, I used to have a Barney on VHS.
I thought you were talking about Sarah Lee. I thought you were talking about cupcakes, bro.
Okay. I feel it. You know. Here's the nail that never fails. It makes me want to wag my tail. When it comes, I want to yell. Man.
I feel like Steve with this.
What the hell is that?
It's my phone. It came with a pen.
Oh my God. Yo, E, you see this? You see this, man? His phone has a pen. Cooley is still on his goddamn Android, and I can't get him off of it. He ain't been in a group chat in like 3 weeks. I'm in there lonely.
Y'all, man. I'm by myself. Man. Hey, man, we kept that thing thriving. You know the vibes. I said it.
Right. Without you, man, it's in shambles. I feel like I'm Will Smith on the final episode of Fresh Prince, just in the house by myself. Like, damn, where are my homies at? Come back.
That boy Will Smith was like...
Come back. Hey, yo, 2 beards. This is what y'all got to expect this Thursday, man.
You're going to have 3 beards and a clean-shaven...
3 beards and a mustache. Let's go.
For sure. That's what we calling it. 3 beards
Let's get into... We got a lot to get into. What are we doing? Let's get into Sami Zayn. Okay, so Sami Zayn, that was his last title match.
Yeah,
clearly WWE is never gonna give Sami Zayn that ball. Clearly, is it over for our boy? Should he just wrap it up and go to AEW? Because that's the only chance he's gonna get at being a world champion. It's not happening.
I really want to say it's far from over, but it's over, bro. Like I think it's, I think it was over like a year ago, to be honest. Once they didn't push the button on him after the Montreal Chamber and all, when he was going crazy, super wild, it was done. So maybe he needs to just, take some time off, like he deserved, and just chill out for the holidays, man. Come back, and I don't know.
And that's
what's
tough,
next.
bro. That's tough because it was a whole "We Want Sammy" movement at one point. Like, remember, Sammy was the hottest wrestler on the planet at one point.
Yeah,
like the hot. It wasn't even arguable. It was like Sami Zayn and then everybody else. He was the hottest in the entire industry over Roman Reigns at one point. What happened? Like Lou said, it just happened.
Yeah, man. I mean, you got all these storylines, thriving. So, like Triple H, I know it's hard being Triple H and creating these storylines and creating these bookings. And you got to worry about so many other wrestlers, and he's probably thinking of the future. He won Gunther with that title. And
I feel it. I get why, but I almost wonder does Sami Zayn even care? Because like as a wrestler, do you think every wrestler's goal is to be world champion?
I think it is. I think if you're a wrestler and if this is what you really was born and love to do, that's your goal. It's like being a basketball player, NFL player. Your goal is to win the gold. So why isn't that not your goal if you're a wrestler?
But see, and on the flip side of that, I feel like Sami Zayn still has a great position on the show. He's used every Monday. Every time he's around, he has something going on. He's never just on the show aimlessly like Jey Uso was for so goddamn long. He always has something going on, some type of feud with somebody. That's a good position to be in. He's been champion many times, tag team champions, U.S. champion, intercontinental champion. So it's like he's a Hall of Famer if he retires today. So can he really be upset about it? Not everybody. I was joking earlier when I made the Iverson and the Charles Barkley reference, but it's kind of the truth. Everybody can't be a world champion. That's still fine. Iverson is still a first ballot Hall of Famer, regardless of the fact that he never won a championship. Same thing with Patrick Ewing. Same thing with Charles Barkley. It's going to be the same thing with Russell Westbrook because he ain't never getting one.
Hey, he on a Denver this year.
he gonna make them worse, bro. Let's be honest.
I forgot they lost KCP. Dang.
They lost KCP. And Bruce Brown is gone too. It's over. That Denver window is closed, baby. It's going to the Knicks.
Yeah, but I mean, I can understand why you compare Iverson with Sammy though, because like he got all the accolades, like you said.
All of them.
Iverson, Rookie of the Year, MVP, All Star, first team, second team, whatever you want to call it. He got it all, but he just
ain't got that big goal. That's the only thing he missing, and that's fine. Some people ain't never gonna get it. I'd rather be Sami Zayn than Dolph Ziggler, because Dolph Ziggler won that championship. It was short lived, and nobody remembers it because it didn't really matter. But he won it before. Sami Zayn has had a better career than him, if you ask me. So I don't think it's the worst thing in the world, but I think we all agree it's a wrap for Sami in that big gold championship. He ain't never. This is the closest he ever gonna get to it again.
It's an anaconda. Dang, bro.
Did you say anaconda? Excuse
me?
Me?
It's a wrap.
My anaconda don't.
That was you stretched that one, but good for you, Cooley.
Hey man,
I caught it. It took me a second, but I caught it.
Yeah, I was like, huh? Did he just call it an anaconda?
Sometimes I get back in my metaphor rap bag and it just comes out, man.
Cooley,
writing all these raps for all these years, you know.
Just start freestyling. Let's get a freestyle segment. Let's go. No, I'm just playing. Y'all do not want to hear us freestyle. I am terrible. No, I would try it too. Matter of fact, let's not give E ideas. This man to try to have us freestyling next week. I'm gonna say a wrestler's name, and you're gonna freestyle about them. John Cena,
Thugonomics.
John Cena, we seen her. He had a wiener.
Cena.
Pause.
Thugonomics. Whoa.
Pause.
The things Vince did made me vomit. Whoa.
Whoa.
I don't know, man. Listen,
this is unfair. Cooley got songs.
I can write.
They on YouTube right now. Y'all can Google that. Y'all can search that. Exposing them.
About to deactivate my YouTube.
I don't know, man. How did y'all feel about Monday Night Raw? Let me know at home. Was it 2 packs or 3? Because Cooley didn't like it at all. I thought it was okay. I thought it was all right. 2 hours. I went to bed early. It was over. I got home. It was done. Raw was done. I like that. I don't want that 3rd hour back. But maybe we need it. Let's get into why we came here though, Cooley. Before we get into some funny games, look, what minute are? Damn, we're going long. It's 27 minutes.
Yeah.
Hey,
sheesh.
Man, we got a whole other conversation to have because I really did want to talk about this. Drew McIntyre and CM Punk is finally officially behind us. CM Punk has won that feud. He beat the washed allegations. He is the washed king. Like, remember when LeBron James was calling himself the washed king?
The washed king, that's hilarious. And he's being written off, like I said. Like, it's, you know.
Yeah, not before interacting with Seth Rollins, though. That match is going to be so fire.
Supposedly, he can't enter Saudi Arabia, so they had to write him off and probably prepare him for a Survivor Series.
He can go to Saudi Arabia. He just don't want to. CM Punk is not fooling with that Saudi Arabian stuff. Like, he not. I respect it though. Punk got morals, and he don't believe that the Saudi Arabian beliefs stand toe to toe with his morals. So he's not going. I don't blame him.
I like
blame
Punk,
him. Do your
man.
thing.
He stands 10 toes, man.
Yeah, facts. But a lot of people are calling this the feud of the year. Now, I partially agree because this feud has been incredible. I didn't like the beads at first, but you got to understand the significance of the beads that represented CM Punk's wife and his ugly ass dog. So I get it. But how can this be feud of the year when Swerve and Hangman exist? I don't know. So Cooley, I'm gonna let you take it away. Was this Drew McIntyre and CM Punk feud the feud of the year?
You know what? I can't say it's not because, first of all, let's talk about it. We haven't seen a picture with Adam Hangman Page and Swerve together before a match.
Come on, man. We ignore that.
Stop. No, I see that on my timeline. So therefore, is it really a feud? I don't know. I haven't seen Adam Page and But I mean, if we break the layers off of it, obviously Swerve and Hangman had classics. Their feud began last year. And we was at one of the feuds. We was at Swerve and Page
Hangman 2. Yeah.
Which was the best one out the whole trilogy.
The best. Crazy.
So we seen that live. So of course we're already thinking that they're ahead. But we get to CM Punk and Drew. and we've seen how long this goes. We've seen they're fighting over the beads and how that means so much to Punk.
Mm-hmm.
And the trolling of Drew was amazing when Punk was injured. Every match was amazing.
That man photoshopped himself on his grave.
Yeah,
his grave, throwing up gang signs with a shirt that said FC and Punk on it.
Drew was going crazy, and it's kind of tough to put them two together, but I still have it out for Drew and Paige.
Drew and you mean Hangman and Hangman
and
Swerve? Drew
and Swerve.
I mean, Drew and Paige would be a dope feud.
That'd be crazy.
Hey.
That'd be crazy. But I still got Swerve.
It's tough. It's really tough.
Really tough,
so,
bro.
Here's the thing. This is why a part of me wants to give the edge to Drew and Punk. They didn't go all out right away. Because as much as I love Swerve and Hangman, they went all out immediately. They first match, they was already trying to kill each other. By match 2, we had seen staple guns and center blocks and tables that are on fire. We saw everything by match 2. This CM Punk and Drew McIntyre was a slow build. It started with trolling on Instagram. It ended up with CM Punk costing Drew McIntyre the world title at WrestleMania. And then gradually we got to the first match, which was, it was cool. Like, it was what it was. The second match was a step above that where, they actually beat the shit out of each other. And then the third match was just chef kiss to put the lid on the feud. Swerve and Hangman was just balls to the wall from the beginning all the way to the end.
Wait a minute now. Wait a minute. First of all, CM Punk was injured, so it had to be a slow build. Second of all,
he's not wrong.
CM Punk is like 48, 49, so it had to be a slow build for the first match. We can't go all out because he might get injured again. Who knows?
You're right. You're right.
So we gotta pace it. This is, first of all, CM Punk's first time back in WWE in over 7 years. So we gotta play it lightly. We gotta play it slow. Now, Swerve and Paige, they're just on a whole nother level. That felt like American History X, man. I was like,
it did.
I feel like I was watching Higher Learning. I'm like, this is crazy, bro. This is crazy. Like, my emotions. I'm like, oh, this is so beautiful.
I felt like Remy was on the roof with the blicky, just waiting for Q to run on the field. Like, damn, he shot Tyra Banks.
It was so great.
The man shot Tyra Banks.
He did, man.
Yeah, Swerve and Hangman. I do think that the 3 Swerve and Hangman matches that we got are better than the 3 Punk and Drew matches that we got. But as far as a finale, I honestly hate to say it. I feel like the Hell in a Cell match and the cage match are neck and neck with each other for different reasons.
Yeah.
For different reasons.
Yeah.
But damn, we got to choose one though. We can't be the both teams play hard podcast. So, we got to choose one, bro.
So this is where it goes to which one matters most. The championship or the beads?
I think I got to go with the championship. I'm sorry, but the beads. I like what the beads represented, and I do think that the fact that WWE was able to make the beads an effective part of the story was kind of crazy. So shouts out to them. But if we're talking about which had more significance, it's always going to be the championship. So I think Swerve and Hangman got him.
Man. Swerve and Paige.
I think Swerve and Hangman Paige got him.
We can do 1A, 1B. It's not far off. But It's very close. It's very close.
Facts. But hats off to Drew McIntyre and CM Punk, too. I do want to say it is super duper ill that we got 2 feuds of the year, one in AEW and one in WWE. So shouts out to both companies doing their thing. Can we get a round of applause for Tony Khan and Paul Levesque?
Man.
I know it's been a tough week for Triple H. Or what the homie Obi be calling him, Triple Paul. I know it's been a tough week for Triple Paul, man. He's been getting canceled everywhere.
Yeah.
But the Drew McIntyre and CM Punk feud was great. It's going to be a feud that we remember for generations. So shout out to them. But
so generational.
Swerve and Hangman is Swerve and Hangman. What can I say? What was what JJ used to say on Good Times? What can I say?
And then Jay-Z.
Hello.
What more can I say?
Never been this good for this long. Jay-Z's the greatest of all time. Y'all better stop trying to cancel that, man. I've been seeing all these things about the Diddy case, and they're trying to put Jay-Z in. Stop. That's my Hova. That's Hove. He made the Blueprint and the Black Album and Reasonable Doubt. He ain't never did none of that.
What more can I say?
Bro, my heart gonna be broke if he get caught up in all this. My heart is literally gonna break. I will probably cry. I would have to take the week off of potting. I would cry. Jay-Z is my hero, man. He didn't do it. He's innocent.
I don't know, man.
Hashtag Jay-Z innocent.
Ho was working with Kellis.
Oh,
actively knowing. So
yeah. Whoa. Allegedly. And on that note, let us know how y'all felt about these feuds in the comments. Who is feud of the year in your eyes? Is it Drew and Punk, or is it Hangman and Swerve? Yo, somebody in our comments on our gain video, the one that got 100K, by the way. So shouts out to us, 100K. I'm about to flex on y'all all day, 100K. But someone in the comments said we need a Terrence Howard version of Kane, and his name will be Maine. Like what?
Here he comes, Maine.
It's gotta be Maine, and he just comes out with Paul
my
Bear.
God. Shout out to JR.
Idiots, man. The internet is idiots. Anyway, let's get to some fun and games, man. What we got going on today? We are wild. We wilding like it's a Wednesday or something. It's Monday, bro. What we doing?
We wilding like Nick Cannon, man.
Wildin'. 2 beers. This is what y'all got to expect.
Okay. So, in regards, that's loud to me, bro. So, in regards to feuds, today we are going to rank the top 5 known feuds in wrestling. Right? So, number 1, Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Vince McMahon. The ultimate anti-authority rivalry that defined the Attitude Era and brought WWE to new heights. Number 2, The Rock versus Triple H. 2 of the most charismatic superstars in wrestling history battled over championships and supremacy in the late 90s. John Cena versus CM Punk. A modern classic.
Damn, this is tough.
Culminating in Punk's infamous pipe bomb promo and Money in the Bank 2011 match. Shawn Michaels versus Bret Hart. A real-life tension produced one of the most infamous moments in wrestling history, the Montreal Screwjob. And finally, Ric Flair versus Dusty Rhodes, a classic NWA rivalry that pitted the flamboyant Nature Boy against the everyman, creating some of the most emotional moments in wrestling. What do you have? Who do you think is number 1?
Numero uno. For me, it got to be Austin McMahon. I'm sorry, but that's
got to be number 1.
That feud is
not
still
biased.
too real.
It's not biased. It just is what it is.
That feud carried wrestling. That feud quite literally saved professional wrestling. Like WWE was almost in the dumps. They were about to die. They were losing money. They couldn't survive anymore. Austin and McMahon saved the company. Like,
Facts.
Quite literally. I don't think y'all understand. It saved the company.
Facts, man. Agree with Qwan, man. Austin and McMahon, number 1 for sure.
That was the most fun to watch? Y'all believe that was the most fun to watch?
1,000%.
Yeah, I didn't watch Bret and Shawn. I wasn't too old. So that's number 5.
All right, that's fair. That's
What's
fair.
number 2,
Well, all right, well, let's go. All right, we have number 1. Let's go backwards. What's number 5?
5?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
number
Flair
5?
and Dusty. Get them old ass geezers out of here.
That was iconic. That was the first real feud ever.
I bet it was.
What did Magic say?
I'm not gonna be there.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, so that's number 5. I wasn't into that one, so I can't talk.
Oh, it's
on
number 4. I feel like we got the same list. HBK and Bret.
Number 4 is HBK and Bret, man.
Oh, so y'all just have it in the order I presented it.
Oh, wow.
Nah, because number 3 would be Punk and Cena to me. That would be number 3. And then I would have number 2 at The Rock and Triple H, just because.
Yeah, that's exactly how I presented it to you.
Oh, wow.
Sorry
That's
to the
hilarious.
audience. This game
That's
flopped.
hilarious.
This is on me. This game flopped. But yeah.
Listen, man.
So let's just talk about those feuds now, since the game is over.
So
Flair and Dusty, they too damn old. I ain't seen none of that. Let's get that out of the way. HBK and Bret, we all know the Montreal Screwjob, but that's all we remember from it.
Yeah, that happened in '97. I wasn't watching it. November 9th, '97.
You know what I was doing
He
in
wasn't watching it, but
1997?
he knows the date.
Yeah, November 9th. Because I got older and I went back and did my due diligence.
Right.
So.
1997, I was watching goddamn Wayans Brothers on WB. And The Parenthood.
But
LL Cool J in the house. Remember that? In the house?
Yeah, man. I mean, but we can't gloss over the fact that
hanging with Mr.
produced-
Cooper, and I'm still naming
one of
those
the
shows.
that produced one of the most craziest things that happened in wrestling was the Montreal Screwjob.
Yeah, facts.
And that was very intense time.
And I don't blame Vince for that, by the way. I don't blame Vince for the Montreal Screwjob. He did the right thing. He did the right thing because Bret Hart didn't want to drop the. Bret Hart was going to WCW, and he didn't want to drop the belt to HBK. He said he wants to drop the belt on the following Monday or something. Which, all right, cool. But I'm not going to trust you. With the way WCW was moving at that time, the crazy sleazebag moves that Eric Bischoff was doing, I wasn't going to trust that. Because what would happen if Bret Hart would have left WWE with that title? He would have went over to WCW and threw that joint in the trash. We know it.
Yeah.
Vince McMahon was protecting his intellectual property. I don't blame him. I don't blame him.
Well, I'll say this. I like Shawn Michaels versus Bret Hart more than The Rock versus Triple H because when I view The Rock versus Triple H, that's more to me The Rock versus Triple H versus Stone Cold. That era is those three to me. It was never. I never felt like it was The Rock and just Triple H feuding. I felt like all three of them were feuding.
You know
so
what?
that's why I put Shawn Michaels and Bret before that.
I low key, high key agree with E because when you really think about it, Austin and Rock had a Mania match, so that's how you know the feud was at its highest.
Right.
Hunter and Rock never had a Mania match, bro.
Yeah,
exactly.
It was more so Hunter and McFoley. That was really his feud. Foley
they
and
never
Triple
had a
H.
Mania match, bro.
Yeah, you might be right. So we might have to bump that down the list. Actually, you're right. HBK and Bret can go ahead of that.
So where does John Cena and CM Punk go?
They can go number 3.
They can go number 3.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't.
Triple H and The Rock is all the way down at number 5. Actually, we can move Flair and Dusty up just because I'm sure that meant a lot to the old geezers. So let's move them to 4. I'm sorry.
He going wild.
Hey, it's the podcast, man. We gotta entertain, man. I shout out to all the old heads. We are old heads ourselves, okay? We talking just to talk, you know what I'm saying? But we love y'all. Y'all old.
And,
That's their road. Cena and Punk, that's one of my favorite feuds ever, just because that led to the pipe bomb, and the pipe bomb was the moment that got me back into this whole wrestling thing. So
that was
always
from
on that high.
09 to 2013.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a long feud.
We brought Ice King bars back and everything.
Yeah. So that's number 3.
Yeah.
That's fair.
And then that's fair. But ain't nothing touching Austin and McMahon. That was the rivalry of all rivalries, for sure.
Bro, I seen Austin beat up Vince McMahon in the hospital, bro. Like, what are we talking about, man? Man was coming out the entrance with trucks and dumping beer on. Vince was going through it, man. That was a lovely time.
Hey, Vince Russo, your boy Vince Russo.
That's fair.
And I be hating my boss too. So
That's all I have.
Yo, so I've realized that as much as I hate Vince Russo's writing, when he had it right, he had it right. Because the stuff that he did good, unbelievable. But the stuff that he did bad, it was bad. It was
but that's
real
wrestling.
bad.
But wrestling is good. It's really good. When it's bad, it's bad.
But I don't think I've seen anything in this era, and that's WWE and AEW. I don't think I've seen anything in this era as bad as the worst Vince Russo moments.
Well, like you said, you got to understand. Back in those days, it was this Jerry Springer era, and it was crazy TV during that time. So that's what you get.
But the thing is, I ain't even just talking about the Attitude Era, because I remember when Vince Russo was over in TNA writing their stories, and Vince Russo had this moment where he created an electrified steel cage, but it was clearly not electric, because you would kill somebody if you do that. So
yeah,
the guys would touch the cage, and they would have to pretend to be getting electrocuted. It was so bad. The lights started flickering on and off. It was like a weird sound effects. You just see Homicide on the cage shaking. It was so bad that the crowd started to chant "Fire Russo." Like fire Russo. That was a thing. That's how bad Vince Russo's writing was when it was bad. He would have Mexican wrestlers go out there and fight for like a piñata. He would have like a piñata on a pole match and have like 2 Hispanic wrestlers wrestle. That's how bad Vince Russo was. When he was bad, he was bad. But when he was good, he was incredible. Out of this world incredible. Man, Vince Russo. I want to sit down and talk to Vince Russo one day. Just figure out.
Oh, man.
He's an insane person. Anyway, let's get into some fan chatter before we get our asses out of here because I got to go. What do I got for y'all? So, yeah. So this is continuing with the question that we posed over Instagram, over Twitter. And that question was, again, let me remind y'all for the people who didn't hear yesterday. If WWE and AEW could make a trade between both companies, what's a trade that would benefit everybody, all parties involved? This comment is from Cam Archer. He says, AJ Styles for Kenny Omega. Let Kenny get one last run on the biggest stage and let AJ have a Danielson-style run to cap off his career. Now, that one I'm down with. I'm down. Yesterday, y'all was saying Hangman Page for AJ, and I don't think that's a fair trade at all because AJ old as hell, and Hangman is in his prime. But Omega old as hell, too, so that could work. I really do want to see Omega in WWE. I don't know what it would look like.
Kenny Omega, man. That would look...
What would Omega do?
Who would he fight, bro?
Hey,
the greats.
Roman Reigns versus Kenny Omega. I'm down.
I don't know, bro. Kenny will run circles around Roman. What are we talking about?
We about to stop sleeping on Roman Reigns' skills. Roman can wrestle.
Nice.
He nice. He not Kenny, but
not Kenny, but yeah.
Because realistically, what else is there to do for Kenny Omega in AEW? Realistically, he's done all the things. He's won AEW World Championship. He's wrestled everybody. He's wrestled Ospreay. He's wrestled Danielson. What else is there for him to do? Wrestle Swerve?
I'll be
I don't need to see that. I'm trying to see Kenny Omega versus Cody Rhodes. Kenny Omega versus Kevin Owens. Kenny Omega versus Jacob Fatu. Do you understand these matches will feed? Kenny Omega versus Gunther? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Marty Jannetty versus Hulk Hogan. Like, bro,
what
are we talking about?
Okay, the Gunther hate. The Gunther hate is crazy this episode. I can't believe we doing this to Gunther. And then on the flip side of that, we got AJ Styles versus Swerve Strickland. AJ Styles versus Hangman. AJ Styles versus Ricky Starks. Oh, wait a minute. No, we don't, because Ricky is on his way to WWE.
Bro, Ricky on the beach right now, taking selfies. That's crazy.
He's bulked up. Have you seen Ricky lately, dog?
Nah.
Yo, I don't know what he eating. He on something. Ricky Starks is big as hell.
He on that creatine, boy. That water weight plump you up.
He getting ready to come back to TV. AEW, WWE, we'll see. But thank you, Cam Archer, for that comment. I agree with you. It seems like Cooley don't agree. I don't know. This comment is from the Villain Lord. And the Villain Lord says, I would like to see Jon Moxley back to WWE and Kevin Owens to AEW.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Kevin Owens to AEW. Yeah, for sure.
What is crew? But
for sure.
You know,
you just want to see the Shield back together, and I ain't trying to see that.
You know what? I really want to see the Shield back together for like a one-off. But then again, I don't look at Jon Moxley the same.
I don't either.
Ever since he stepped foot in that ring and started bleeding every week.
That's what I'm saying. How does that work in WWE again? Like he gonna come back to bleed again? Like they not doing that in WWE.
And now I see him as a skinhead, so it's like, bro, yeah, I can't.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. I'm kind of starting to dig the skinhead thing they got going on. I like it a lot.
Wow, your ancestors
like a lot.
Be very upset with that answer. Wow. God damn.
I don't like what it's based on. Don't get me wrong. I don't like that it's based on Romper Stomper and American History X and all that. But visually, I feel like it's dope to watch seeing them as bad guys because I root for their demise. I root for like the good guys to get the upper hand on them. And I really am intrigued on who the payoff is because it's really starting to sound like it might be Shane McMahon. I don't know. I'm digging it.
Shane pop up with a bald head. Whoa.
Oh, if Shane pop up with a bald head.
Whoa.
There is absolutely no way Shane McMahon is popping up with a bald head.
He just gonna look like Don Callis.
Does he show up? I mean, he can't show up as Money Shane. Like, that's...
Can't.
Yeah, that's lame. So who?
Yeah, he would have to switch it up.
He has to be the leader of that group if he shows up.
Right.
So what does that
Got to
look
be
like?
bald, man.
So the angle I would go
with
with...
That would be interesting, him with the bald head doing that.
Right.
It would be interesting.
I mean...
I'm not ready to say I want to see it, but it would be interesting.
This is what I would do. So if I was booking AEW, which they need to hire me so I can book, I would have Shane McMahon come in and cut a promo about, AEW just got this new TV deal. They're going to be on Max. But y'all thought Tony Khan did that? No. It was me talking to Warner Brothers. And actually, I purchased the company. Y'all all work for me now. And then we get it popping from there. Shane McMahon is the new authority figure. He owns the company. And Tony Khan and his AEW originals are trying to win the company back from Shane McMahon and his former WWE boys. It would be good TV. It would be the invasion done right. Because we can get all the guys like Ricochet. Because AEW got 1 million former WWE wrestlers. 1 million. Like damn near half the roster is former WWE guys. Yeah. So maybe they all pair up and they go against all the AEW originals and they can just go at it. Shane McMahon is leading the charge on one end. Tony Khan is leading the charge on the other end.
Gotta be done right, man. We can't have a repeat of Invasion 03.
Right.
Gotta be done right. Or was it 04?
Facts.
03 or 04.
Whatever year it was trash. We didn't even have Hulk Hogan. We didn't have Lex Luger. We had nobody but Booker T and the Dudley Boys.
Shout out to the kid who stole my Invasion DVD at my house.
He did you a favor by taking that shit.
Yeah, but I still liked it visually. I like my physical copies, man.
Yeah, feel me? I got the Kurt Angle joint back there. Oh, and somebody called out I got Jordan 1s hanging on the door. They're like, why do you have Jordan 1s hanging on your door? Let me tell you something. That pair of Jordan 1s, Chicago 1s that are hanging on my door, that is a pair of 1985 Jordan 1s. And no, I'm not saying that that's the year that, the shoe was created. That pair specifically is from 1985. Do yourself a favor. Go to Google and Google 1985 Jordan 1 Chicago's and tell me what the price of them things is. That is a decoration. I can't wear those. If I put those on my feet, they probably fall apart. That is a collector's piece. That's why it's hanging on my door. So mind your business. Mind your business. Had to flex on him one time for calling me out.
Why
he got his shoes on his door? Bro, mind your goddamn business. Anyway, you know what time it is. We about to get out of here, so it's time for Cooley's final thought.
You know what it is. Oh, yeah. Peace, love, and grits. Wrestling with the homies. You never want to miss this. You did.
You did. That was good. Look at the smoke coming up. Cooley is an idiot, but I love him. And on that note, this is Wrestling with the Homies. Make sure you tune in Monday through Friday where we go live every single day. Okay? And we out of here. Peace.
Yes, sir.